I don't want to. Yeah, I was telling Luke I'm after all the women all the time. I go for a walk, all the women with their dogs. I start, flirting with them.
Ladies.
They're not. They're all with their dogs and everything.
Charming. He's going to find himself some rich. You see.
They fancy me, all of them.
Take care of him. Yeah. Anyway, can we get back to work? Thank you. Thank you. Right. Okay. So did we have the script? Do we have the script, Luke?
Well, I've got to find it. I thought you were going to put it on the.
No, I'm just wondering if Luke has managed to find it.
Open.
Well, what happened when I found it? Everything went best. Thank you. That is brilliant. Where's Martin? All I could see is a roof, a ceiling. A ceiling. Thank you. You're going to become more like Sam every day now, aren't you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Well, yes, I think you only live your life once, so let's make the most of it.
Oh, we don't know. Could live your life lots of times.
Well, that's it. Well, what I know.
Anyway, where are we?
Oldest swinger in town.
Which scene? I haven't got too long though, but
yeah, I know. I haven't got too long to go. Okay, can we do a little bit then? So can you get down to scene 5 before what should I do? Not this one. We've done this. I'm fine with this scene. So it's scene 6, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So the bit where Sam walks in. We go from there. Right. Okay, let's go from where Sam walks in.
I've got to say that line, do I? I really have to see it say that line.
Mike turns up.
You do have to say that line. Unless we're working with the church, we'll have to adapt it, won't we? We'll have to get rid of that line. There's only so much. Sam is Sam, and he's totally of what you.
I don't want to get into bad books of the church, but there you go.
Yeah, but that's why Manuel would play.
Photos of.
He didn't want to play that. To play the part because of
right. Okay.
The play. It's a children's musical. Isn't
it? I know.
Right, go on.
X-rated. Did I hear that you've got some photos of that pussy of yours?
Oh, shut up, Sam. It's a dog, not a cat. Can't you see she's upset? You've got no sensory clues, have you? Does anything work in there? In there? You just burst in and to hell with everyone. Grow up, will you? Then she just Mike walked.
Sorry, Sharon. I must admit I prefer photos of real women, not the furry kind. Jesus, I wasn't being rude. I swear. If you know what I mean. Even though it's a dog, not a cat.
Right, that's it. Sam out. You really don't know when to put a sock in it, do you?
Sam seems genuinely sorry and walks out, head down. Poor Sam. All right, yeah. Keep going now until after What Should I Do? And after the big scene with Mike and Sharon. And then Sam comes back in. Nice girl, that Sharon. quite cute, really. Always says, you keep your grubby little paws off of her, yeah? Yeah.
I can't get it. No, you keep moving it.
There, okay.
I'll
Nice
try.
girl, that Sharon, quite
Nice
feisty.
girl, that Sharon. Quite feisty, isn't she?
Too nice for you, Sam. You keep your grubby little paws off her, capiche? She's not in your league.
No, I like her. She's got guts, that one, and she obviously has a good heart. Did you see how she was protecting her friend? That's what we do in the hood.
You know.
No, on the street, she's one of us.
Okay, can you think more about that line when you go, no, I like her. She's got guts, that one. And she obviously
Right,
has a good heart.
right.
Was. Did you
No,
see how she was protecting?
no, I like her. She's got guts, that one, and she obviously has a good heart. Did you see how she was
Pause.
protecting her
No,
friend?
no. She obviously has a good heart. Pause.
All right. No, I
She
like
was
her.
protecting her friends.
She's got guts, that one, and she obviously has a good heart. Did you see how she was protecting her friend?
Also, it's really, really important that you say that, because it's not like,
Yeah,
is it? And he notices the heart. She
yeah,
obviously has a good heart. So really
yeah,
put something into the heart. See how she's
yeah.
protecting your friend? Yeah, good. Do that again.
No, I like her. She's got guts, that one, and she obviously has a good heart. Did you see how she was protecting her friend? That's what we do in the hood, on the street. She's one of us.
What are you on about? That girl is pure innocence deep down inside. The only hood she would understand are either Robin Hood or Little Red Riding Hood. She reads their stories to her kids. And wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did I hear you right there?
Brilliant.
A heart? A woman's heart? Are you coming down with a fever or something, Sam? It's usually the more obvious things that you notice in a woman, like their tits or bums, or as you would say, tits and arse, or whatever you call female parts on the streets these days.
Sharon's different. She's a real woman, like my mama, Sita.
You mean you were actually conceived by a real woman, Sam?
Very Jim.
Anyway, leave Sharon alone. Her and Paul seem to have something really good going there.
Oh, that
Right.
one. Us. Sam, that one.
Oh, that won't last. He'll drop her soon, and when she falls, guess who will be right there to pick up the pieces? All those lovely pieces.
That's more like the Sam we all
All
know and love.
those lovely pieces. Yeah.
Yes. All those lovely pieces.
All of this is in the show. All of this,
Yeah.
you can watch it. This never changed, I don't think. I think the only things Juice changed was the Mamacita. That she in like a few words here and there, but the rest of it is all is in the actual original show. And hang on, I'm going to pause a second.
Drop her soon, and when she falls, guess who will be right there to pick up the pieces? All those lovely pieces.
All those lovely pieces. Remember you did that? All those lovely pieces. Yeah. And then it's, that's more like the Sam we all know and love. Okay?
Yeah.
Go back and do that again.
That won't last. He'll drop her soon.
Good.
And when she falls, guess who we'll be right there to pick up the pieces. All those lovely pieces.
That's much better. So you're thinking of each part of the sentence. Great.
Yeah.
You've already done this. It's exactly the same. Nothing's changed. Right. That's more like the Sam we
That's More like the Sam we all know and love.
Yes.
Well, maybe your time will come soon. Worried about the moment about Elaine. It must have been a big shock for her seeing Mike again. And I'm also concerned about this place. We may have to make some big changes soon. It's going to affect everyone. Enough said, though.
Again, you see, you can't say very much, can you? Right, what's the time?
Past 8, 7.
Right, and you need to go, don't you, Lou?
Yeah.
Are you okay to stick around? You need to go.
I think I need to go.
Okay. I just wanted you to do a quick Oh, what's happened? Oh, you got rid of the script.
Yeah.
Can we just do a quick impro on that bit? With Sam and Jim, just very quickly.
Mm.
Okay, just very quickly. Okay, so nice girl, that Sharon Martin start.
Nice girl, that Sharon. I think she's got she's got a real heart. To be honest with you, you know, something there special, and I wouldn't mind betting she feels something. Maybe she doesn't show it, but she feels something for me, even despite all my record and all my bad behaviour and all my mouth and trousers. I think I might even be in with. Well, I don't know. I'm not daring to hope too much, but perhaps she'll cast her eyes in my direction eventually.
Sorry, guys. You know, Martin, didn't we have Mike who said, "Oh, she wouldn't touch you with a barge pole"? Do you remember that?
Yeah. Well,
in there somewhere with Mike was in that. I
don't know. Well, that was back. Yeah, the original show.
Yeah. Wonder what happened to that line, unless it's further on when you do the just one cornetto scene.
I can't remember.
Maybe you do that again.
Yeah.
It just dawned on me because I've been watching the original. Okay.
Yeah.
He's calling me now.
Oh, okay. Right. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, Luke.
Lots of love. Take care.
I'll see you soon. All right, mate.
I'll see you guys soon. Have a lovely evening. And just keep looking at the script and the lines, and hopefully next week we'll have another female actress who will stick around, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
It's weird. Anyway.
Bye, Luke. Bye.
So yeah, so Martin, now you're the only one left. We're still recording. So yeah, just think about the lines again, you know, the way you originally.
Yeah.
So thinking about what you're saying, gaps in between. Okay.
Right.
So that was Encounters for tonight. As you saw, we had something came up in the middle, so we needed to end. But if you sing, particularly women, we need you. We want you. Please come on board Encounters. We need you here. We really do, to make this work. And it was fun, as usual. We had fun. That was the main thing. So take care. Lots of love, and please join us on Movingon TV1@gmail.com. Welcome to Encounters.
Yeah, I was telling Luke I'm after all the win time, you know. Or, you know, I go.
I'm going to do this with you, but I want to laugh, all right? You are going to have to do falsetto.
That's
like
beautiful.
Luke, because in the duet, you can watch it on YouTube. I put it on last night. There's a little bit where Mike has to go up into a higher octave, Manuel. And so I'm asking Vlad to work with you on that. I want Vlad to work with you on that, okay?
That's fine.
So that would be really good if that could happen, because it's not like the whole song. You've got about 3 or 4 numbers that you've got the solo number. Could this be love? Luke is here. Luke can teach you.
Wait, Luke is here.
Luke. Luke can teach you, right? I want to start practicing with you a little bit because I'm not sure how to do this. But you just need to trust and go into a really high voice, okay? And I haven't got the piano's way over there. I'm not going to bother with the piano. But I will bring up that workshop on YouTube. It's workshop number, hang on, I just need to get my charger. Luke, it's so good. I've got a job for you. I'm going to teach Emmanuel to do falsetto. So in the duet.
All right.
I want to try and figure
Hello,
out.
Luke.
Hiya, you're right.
Yeah, mate, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Not too bad, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
How comes you're not amazing?
Good question.
So grateful you're here. That is the main thing. Thank you, as usual. Thank you, guys, because we were let down again by some actress who just didn't even bother. No, Sam contacted me. You know Sam, who's doing Sharon. She's trying to get on. It's just her work. So she's still interested.
Yes.
Still interested. She hasn't dropped out altogether. Right.
Yeah.
Now, you know, I've been watching the duet in the making of a musical. Yeah. I'm going to bring that up on Movingon TV. And Luke and I practiced the duet. Do you remember, Luke? Okay. So Manuel, as we've got to teach him somehow how to do the high bit. There's not a lot, but there's a little bit, isn't there, at the end where you go into falsetto?
I think so, yeah.
So I'm just going to try. I'm going to try and find it. Hang on, let me.
I like your hair today, by the way, Luke.
Have a listen to Luke oodling at the end. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
That's me. Don't worry. You don't have to go as high as that. But we have to figure out how to get you from into our higher octave, okay?
Mhm.
I think it's just the last bit. So you go back into, you go lower, back to the lower octave, don't you?
Mm.
My destiny. It's just, but now I her never let me go. So if you just sing that for us, Luke, so Manuel can hear it. Can you hear your harmony there?
Can't remember her.
Let me just go back a bit. So I haven't got the. Okay, let's just do like a little bit. I found life's meaning. You do that in falsetto, don't you?
Yeah.
Do you think that just for Emmanuel? What we might do is we might lower it a little bit, maybe, if it's really difficult for Emmanuel to get. But I don't think it's that high.
No, I can reach it, yeah.
You can reach it. Okay.
Mhm.
All right then, guys. I'm so grateful you're here.
Oh boy.
As I say, we've just been let down again. Someone, yeah, whatever. Well, I've got you there. Okay, so Manuel. So Luke, if you sing, in your octave, obviously, in falsetto. That was you, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm not sure it was that tune though, was it?
Hang on,
Mhm.
just that little bit. Go back a bit. It's after this. This bit.
No.
That's it. I found life's meaning. Sing that for us, Luke.
I found life's meaning.
That is really high. Sing that in the lower.
Was it? Maybe.
As I found lives. I'm wondering if it'll work better. Sing it in the lower octave.
I found life's meaning.
Oh, that's much better. No, I don't think that
Mhm.
would be in a high octave. That's much better. Okay, but you do have another bit here. Let's carry on. That's me. That's Elaine. So, oh, I'm not dreaming. That's you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm not dreaming. Hello? It's a bit like a choir boy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Not dreaming. I think there should be little bits of falsetto for Mike, but I don't think too much. Because I'm singing so high that you need a balance, I think. Elaine is singing so high. Okay, do that little bit. Oh, I found, for I'm not dreaming. So you do that first, and then let's see how Manuel gets on.
For I'm not
Dreaming. Just that bit.
dreaming.
Right, Manuel, try. It. I'm not sure it works with Mike doing falsetto.
Can you give me the tone again?
For I'm not dreaming. He's doing it because you're probably doing it in the rap.
I'm just still very shy.
I can't hear you. You see, when you go really high on the tune. Yeah, that's it. Do it again. I'm not dreaming.
Am I not dreaming?
He can do it. He can do it. Right, great. So that what we're going to do now is we're going to listen to the whole duet. Okay? So you can get a general idea now, Manuel, of and then we're going to do a scene with you and Jim.
Okay, beautiful.
Whatever we can do, but I really want to do this, okay? So this is the duet. This is why I need you to watch the workshops. They're all on YouTube. Let's do some warm-ups. Do some warm-ups. Natasha. You doing it? Breathe. 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 So let's do my favorite. So just being slow that topic away. Good. Oh, we use the lower octave. Okay, do this one.
It's very quick. What is it saying?
can't do that one. I get, you know, she did it 878 87654
87654.
876 no 87678 8765 8765 5678
Okay, I got you.
8765 345678 8765
And then 876543212345678. Yeah.
So we try it
Yeah, let's do it.
a bit slower. 1, 2, 3, and 878
87678. Oh, we can do it quickly. It's fine.
8765678 876545678 87654345678 8765432345678 876543212345678. Okay. We did it.
So now we can sing it.
I've got no voice. Let me just check Vlad. Yeah, he was just checking something.
Yeah, I've texted him as well.
Manuel's on. I want him on because we're having some fun now.
He said he's coming on in a second.
Great. Well, let's do this. Let's do the exercises that she gave us again. So the other one was I like the flowers.
Okay.
And we'll do that together without the piano. I put the piano way over there, so I'm giving myself some room in the house now. But we don't need the piano because we all know it. So we're going to divide up. We don't need it. You know, we all know it. So let's do when Vlad comes on. He's coming on. Anyway, before Vlad comes on, sorry, I'm going to play you. I got lost. 87654 3212345678. Okay, so I need you to listen to this now, Emmanuel. This is duet when they come back together.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so the first bit is you. Okay, the first bit. In a half of a minute, I would be there. Again, I think I'm not sure if I like it falsetto. I can't sing at all. I've lost my voice.
No, you can sing beautifully.
So blocked. He blocked the month.
No.
Need a holiday.
Oh boy. A hot
holiday.
holiday.
This is what you need to do.
A holiday.
Okay, that's the first bit, Emmanuel. In a half of a minute, I would be there. Do you want to try that? In a half of a minute, I would be there. Try that.
No, 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 no.
Good. You see, you can do it. I was a bit concerned about that, but you're great with the high bit. Great. So that's what you open, okay? That's your bit, and then I come in. I'll sing. Then it. What if I let go for once? and then it's you. Elaine, let's go for once. Okay, but that's lower, in a lower octave. Come on, Elaine, let's go for once. Okay, do it.
Say again, please.
Come on, Elaine.
Oh, easy.
Go for once.
Come on, Elaine. La, 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 la.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. I forget the past. Strange is happening to me. Okay, so you get that bit. You know that bit. Something very strange.
Strange is happening to me.
Great. Okay, so you see what happens here. The two songs are merging.
I hear that.
I think you sing that lower.
I hear that.
Just in your normal voice.
To me.
Okay, so again, so Elaine goes, whoever plays. What if I let go for once? And then come on in,
Elaine,
let's go
for once.
What if I forget the past? Something very strange
is happening to me.
Good. Where's Vlad?
Should be coming on shortly.
Just to give you a general idea, okay?
Yeah, I got you.
Watch the whole workshop and learn it. It's all on here. Luke sings it. I'm just giving you a general idea. I'm really, really excited because you do the falsetto. So you've been practicing, haven't you, with your legendary secretary, so to speak.
Well, yeah.
Right. This thing is just freezing. The internet is rubbish today. So what we're going to do now is, I want us to do, here he comes. Right, Vlad's here. Let's do the 7/8 thing. We're having some fun because of, well, how are you getting on with the women? We get the two, getting Sharon, at least an Amy. One character.
I have one person in mind, but I'm yet to talk to them. I want to have the right time.
Yeah. We need to bring on people.
She's a very good singer. She's a very good singer.
Well, I need to hear her. As I say, Sam hasn't dropped out altogether. She's keeping in touch with me and she's apologizing. So at least we know. But Vlad is here now. So I want us to do a warm up. And then we'll go into a scene with the Nick in it, Nick and Jim, okay? So we can look at that. I know there's not a lot for Nick to do, but we need to do some of that. Are you there, Vlad?
Yes, hi.
Cool, hi there,
Hi.
Mr. Freeman. We can't see. Okay, we're going to do some singing.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, so we're going to do 8/7/8 thing.
Great.
Again, the exercise, the 8/7/8, 8/7/6/7/8, 8/7/6/5/6/7/8. That one. Okay, do you remember that Natasha did with us?
Yeah.
I'm going to do I like the flowers. I like
the daffodils. I like the daffodils.
And then we're going to go into a scene because I just did a little bit of music with them. Okay, Emmanuel, I'm going to send you that workshop for you to practice the duet. Okay. So by watching Luke and listening, you can learn the whole song. It's easy. It's not that difficult, isn't it, Luke?
Yeah.
The harmonies are quite simple.
Hey, hi, Luke.
Luke,
Good to
the
see you
harmonies were quite simple, weren't they?
Vladdy, we cannot see you.
They're not that difficult.
Vladdy,
You did them on the spot. So.
Okay.
And Emmanuel, don't worry too much. As I said, I don't want too many high. I want you to feel comfortable, and I want it to feel when you sing it with Elaine, whether it's me or someone else playing the part, whatever. If it's me, then we'll have to hang on. Okay, so are you ready, Vlad?
Yes, I am.
Okay, let's do the exercise. 1, 2, 3, and 8, 7, 8, 8, 7,
7, 6, 7, 8.
8,
8,
7,
7,
6,
6,
5,
5,
6,
6,
7,
7,
8,
8.
8,
8,
7,
7,
6,
6,
5,
5,
4,
4,
5,
5, 6,
6,
7,
7, 8,
8.
8,
8,
7,
7,
6,
6,
5,
5,
4,
4,
3,
3,
2, 1, 2,
1,
3, 4, 5,
4, 5,
6,
6,
7,
7, 8.
8. I got it wrong there, didn't I? 8, 7, 6, 5,
6, 5,
4,
4,
3,
3,
2, 1, 2,
1,
3,
2,
4,
3, 4,
5,
5,
6, 7.
6, 7,
She's
8.
going up and down the key, isn't she? Oh,
Mhm.
that's enough of that one. Let's do I Like the Flowers. Okay, so I'll start, and then I'll bring in Emmanuel, and then Luke, and then Vlad. Okay, you come in as according to the song. I like the flowers. I like the daffodils. I like. Oh God, I've forgotten the song. Luke, how does it go?
I like
I
the rolling hills. I like the
like the fireside when the lights
When the
are low,
lights are low.
singing ooh appa doo appa doo. I like the flowers. I like the daffodils. I
I
like
like
the
the
mountains.
flowers.
I
I
I
like
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 the
the rolling
daffodils.
hills.
I
I
like the
like the fireside
mountains.
when the
I
lights
like
are
the
low,
rolling hills.
singing
I like
ooh
the
appa
pine.
doo appa doo appa doo. I like the flowers. I like
I
the
like the
daffodils.
daffodils.
I
I
like
like
the
the
mountains.
mountains.
I
I
like the
love the
rolling hills.
rolling hills.
I
I
like
like
the fireside when the lights are low, singing ooh appa doo appa doo appa doo. I like the flowers. I like the daffodils. I like
I
the
like the
mountains.
mountains.
I
I
like the
like the
rolling hills.
rolling
I
hills.
like
I
I
the
like
like the rolling
fireside
hills.
when the
I like
lights
when
the
the
are low,
lights are
fireside.
low.
singing ooh appa doo
Do
appa doo. Why did you stop with me? Because you
Solo.
came in after me.
That was a mess.
It was a mess.
That was a
It's a
Right.
mess.
Zoom mess. It's a Zoom
Let's
mess.
have a look. I'll play Sam.
Yes.
We're going to look at the bit with Nick that we haven't looked at for a while.
Mhm.
And that's the fun nights with Nick.
Uno secondo.
The bit after the fun night. Because you must have forgotten. You've probably forgotten it by now.
Never. I can never forget.
Scene 5.
Forget me not.
Scene 5, episode 1. Let's go.
After the fun night song.
The night
So
goes and all
You
the
should know this
nights.
off by heart now. God, I'm freezing. It's so cold today. Are you
So
guys cold?
which scene again, please? And which?
Are you
Yeah, it's
cold?
very
I'm
cold.
going
It's
to put
very
my
cold
dressing
today.
gown on. Sorry
Yeah,
about this.
very cold.
Freezing.
Yeah.
Yeah, could you remind me
Okay.
of the scene, please?
Scene 5, Act 1, Scene 5.
Yeah.
After the stag night.
Okay, I got you.
Funny one.
Do up a do up a do a do.
We need to do it because it's quite a while since we did it. So I don't want you to go, I don't want it to go, do you know what I mean? I want it to stay fresh. Shall I put my hood on? There you go.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
I'm
You can do the rap.
in Russia
You
now.
can do the rap song now.
Good Lord.
It's my pastor. My pastor.
The Iron One imposter.
Yeah, the secretary. What it
And
was?
the devil
Secretary.
is a bastard.
Yeah, that's our
That-
favorite part.
Me and Vlad did that with Baba Bertha on Sunday.
Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
yeah.
And the
We love that
devil
part.
is a
The bastard.
Bastard. The devil is the bastard.
Luke, if you don't know what we're talking about, I did a music
That's
video.
have you
I was
not
in a
seen
music video,
I
and
think
have you not seen Legendary Secretary yet?
this week I want. Yeah.
Okay.
oh, great.
I put it on a few times. Right, guys, right. Let's get going because we haven't done this one for quite a while. Okay, so we've got Jim. Come on, you lot, wake up. Let's get you home. I better clean up this mess. So let's start with you.
Come on, you lot, wake up. Let's get you home. I better clean up this mess.
Last night, fun night, girls are on an ace.
Hey, leave it out, love. I'm not free, you know. I've got this girl, Elaine. I can't wait to see her again. Oh, Elaine.
Let's get you both home. What am I going to do with Sleeping Beauty over there?
Oh, let him sleep it off. You're gorgeous. Come and dance with me and Jim.
I really love her, you know. Something really strange is happening to me.
Carry on.
Oh, I can hear her name in the whisper of the breeze. Could this be love?
Something very strange is happening to him.
He can hear her voice in the whisper of the breeze. He thinks it's love. He thinks he's in love. Sounds like he's hearing
He's
voices.
hearing voices.
My heart is all aflutter, and it's Mr. B. Words I try to utter.
No, we cut that,
but
remember?
no.
Words I tried to utter, but I feel too weak, we cut.
Oh.
Could this be
you
love?
not to sing too much of it. No, you're just drunk. It'll all be over by tomorrow. Right, Jim starts to push them out. Off you go.
Off you go. Don't you have homes to get to?
He then goes to Nick and starts to wake him up.
Nick! Time to wake up, Nick!
What's up? What's going on here? Ah, oh, my goodness, Jesus! I'm so late. Why didn't you wake up me? Well, woke me up, guys.
No. You forgot the mom. Have you got the lines?
Yeah, but not.
You forgot
not
Jesus, mom. The most
Yeah, I said that.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus, mom.
No, you
I said
didn't.
Jesus. What's going on?
You didn't say mom.
Oh, mom. Okay, mom is
You missed
important.
the funny bit.
Okay. Oh, Jesus, mom. What's going on? What time is it? Oh my goodness, I need to pack and get ready. And
Okay, it's Jesus, mom. Why did you let me sleep? I've got to get home and pack. All right.
Yeah.
Good. Right. Okay, so he's gone back in a drunken stupor. Jim.
Do you think you might be able to make it from here?
Mike? Where's he gone?
Oh, my apologies.
Sure, mate.
Could you repeat that? Oh, yes. Sure, mate. Look, what do you think my chances are? Do you think I could get her back? Because I really love her, Jim, and I mean it.
I think the drink is making you delusional, mate. Look, go home and sleep on it.
Hang on a minute, Jim. Jim! Oh, where's he gone? Oh, he's probably right, but I do have to try, don't I? What if she was standing here? Could this be? Oh, something really strange is happening to me.
Okay. Because it's going to go very high for you, sing it in the wrong key. Well done. Good. So you're still good with that. Good. Okay. Right. Okay, so what else have we got that we can do with you guys with Nick? And the bit, I'll do Sam again. So the bit we did last week. Oh God, I'm going to have to bring up the script, aren't I? Manuel, can you bring the script up?
I mean, I have the script, but...
The same scene with the scene with Nick. Yeah, the bit before the fun night. Again, I don't know why I haven't got it, but I haven't got it.
Scene with Nick. Was it Jim and Nick?
With Nick and Sam. And
Back in the bar? No, it's not back in the bar.
The bit we did last week. Oh, because you all went.
Oh.
Right, I'm trying to find something with all of you in it. Right, Mike, did I hear you got some?
Back in the bar. Right, Jim, is everything ready for Nick's big night? No?
We're going to carry on after that in scene 6. but I want to do the bit with Nick first. Have you got your lines? So you should be able to do it. The thing is that I haven't got Sam. That's the only thing. Let's leave that until Martin comes on. Right, let's jump to scene 6.
Okay, I got you.
Right, Vlad, I'm going to need you to read
Which one?
Sharon.
Sharon. Oh, all right.
Sharon.
No.
Yeah,
Thank you.
will you display the
Scene
the line?
6 in the bar.
Because I don't have it, sir. I don't have this one.
Oh, of course.
I'm
You
not
don't
part
have
of
it.
it yet. Yeah, if you can display
hang
the
on. No, hang on. Where's
God.
Mike? I need to have some Mike in here. What should I do? Oh, right. Yeah. We get to Mike because I need to do some work with you. Okay. Can someone can you bring up scene 6 in the bar, Manuel?
Yes, I can indeed.
Fabulous. So if you could,
You have disabled participant screen sharing. You need to allow me to.
I've got to
share
do
my
that
screen.
thing again, haven't I?
Yeah.
I did last week. Multiple participants. That's a good exercise to do. Relaxes the tongue and the
We have
mouth.
started yodeling. It's so cold. We're acting like it's Christmas.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Right. Scene 6, not Christmas, New Year. That was fun.
It's already March.
Oh, don't.
It's already March.
Anyway, scene 6 in the bar. Okay. I'll do the narration.
I can share my screen now.
Can you bring that up? So if you could do Sharon.
Are you able to see my screen?
Not yet.
No, only us. I could see me. I could see. There we go.
Oh, there it is.
There we go. They were all there.
Yeah. Can you just increase it a little bit? Like zoom it out?
Yes, I can indeed, sir.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay. And you can all see my spelling mistakes and my lack of punctuations, but
No worries. We shan't mark you tonight.
I wish I could fix it, but I'm suffering so much with my neck at the moment. I can't really be by the computer for too long. That's my excuse now, isn't it? But it's true. It's true. Usually I'd be in a hot country with my Google Chrome in the sun, and I'd sit there and I'd fix it all up, right? So hopefully soon, eh? Anyway.
Yeah. Amen.
In the bar.
Let it be.
Everyone is gathered in the bar. Music is playing in the background. Sharon and Paul walk hand in hand. He strokes her cheek affectionately, then goes. Sharon begins to show off her engagement ring to the girls. That's a huge waste of minerals. Wow, it's a rock. Sharon.
That's me, right?
Yeah.
Thanks, Penny. Paul and I were officially engaged to be married now.
Look, Amy, I don't think you have anything to worry about. Nick's a big lad. He can take care of himself. I understand your point of view, but I don't think it's that as easy as that for Nick. Amy, you know how powerful his father and family are. And they're all about the army. But you have to try and understand also that he's always wanted to join up since I've known him. It's been on the cards.
Yeah, that bit I always feel what will happen after Amy says that's a huge waste of minerals. She'll go and sit down by the bar by you, and you'll be chatting while the girls are looking at the engagement ring, and then the light will go on to you, and you'll say, because you've been having a conversation about this. Look, Amy, I don't think you have anything to worry about, Nick. Yeah. So you kind of come to comfort her, or do you know what I mean? Because there's always a gap there when Sharon says, thanks, Penny, Paul and I officially engaged to be married now. And then it jumps to Jim. Look, Amy, I don't think you've anything to worry about, but it would just be a shift.
Yeah.
Where it'll go on to you and Amy. And, if there's a spotlight, whatever. I presume it'll go on to you and Amy. And they'll carry on, just chatting about the ring and everything. Great. And then I thought he may have grown out of it. After all, I have done everything in my power to stop this madness. How can I still love him? Oh, Jim, I don't know what to do.
You just said that you love him, Amy, so maybe concentrate on that and wish him well. After all, I know you understand what I mean when I say we create our lives.
Oh, Jim, of course, I wish him well, or I would try to, but I don't know what I would do if Nick became another meaningless victim in the whole crazy war machine. All right, then that's the end of that storyline, and then it goes on to progress with Mike and Elaine, okay? So you turn to Elaine, so you kind of give her, maybe pats Amy on the arm or something. It'll be all right, yeah? Be all right. And then you turn to Elaine, your next chicken, all your little chickens here that need to be taken care of, yeah? Sharon's happy. She's got her engagement ring. She's showing off to everyone, so you don't have to worry about that chicken. Right. Now, this is the big line, remember? This is the line that needs a lot of thought. And you've got to think, oh my God, I've got to tell her that Mike's back in town. And it's like, you've got to think about this, you know, how am I going to tell her? Because you know it's going to do something. All hell will break loose in some way, yeah? So think about your words really carefully now.
By the way, Elaine, I thought you should know that, well, Mike is back in town.
No, I didn't, Jim, but thanks for telling me. Oh my God, Poopy's claws haven't been buffed. I need to take her for her manicure. Oh, Poopy, how could I have forgotten my baby? I'm such a bad mother, Jim. Quick, give me a drink. Jim pours her a straight whiskey. She swallows it right down as she gestures. Another. Jim gives her a concerned look.
Anyway, let's all have a good luck drink toast for Sharon.
He tries to take her mind off of it. And then everyone together who is there in the bar at that moment, which will be, I presume, everyone apart from Nick and Mike and Sam, to Sharon and Paul. By the way, where is Paul tonight?
Oh, he had to work, but he sends his love.
Oh, I thought he was so well off he didn't need to work. He could have made a bit of an effort, don't you think, to be here for your sake, Sharon?
Oh, please, leave it, Elaine. I don't want to start this again.
Fine, I won't say another word. She gives Jim a concerned glance. Jim gestures to Sharon. Now, Mike, right, this is it. The big scene before What Should I Do? Now, when you watch the video of Act 1, you will see that Mike walks into the bar before. It's all back to front. I had to change it. That's why we bring Mike in before, don't we? And Mike tells everyone how much he loves Elaine. But when we did it years and years ago, there was no preparation and it didn't work for me at all. It was like, there's Mike. Oh my God, there he is. Goodbye. It just didn't work. It didn't work. So, of course, I've changed it now. We've built Mike up. He's done his love song. We all know how much he loves Elaine. Okay, so this is now the biggest scene before the ending, really, where he walks in. Okay, so we need to look at this. Okay, so Elaine is very agitated, yeah? She's found out that he's back. Okay? So anyway, I won't say another word. Gives Jim a concerned glance. Jim gestures to Sharon that Mike has just walked into the bar. Okay? So you obviously knew that Mike was coming into the bar, didn't you, Jim? You knew he's back. But you didn't, so in a way, you haven't had much time to prepare her at all. No one has. No one has had time. Sharon is totally obsessed with her engagement ring. Yeah. And Mike is just going to walk in as innocently as he always walks in and gets attacked. So whatever he does is going to be, it's not going to go well for him. So, right. So as I say, this is the biggest scene in the show. So the audience will think, they'll be like, oh my God, he's here and she's here. What's going to happen? All right. So the tension is in the air now. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Those lines where, please leave it, Elaine, I don't want to start this again. Fine, I won't say another word. She gives Jim a concerned glance about Sharon. And then Jim gestures to Sharon, right, Sharon, you've got to stop this. We've got to do something now to get Elaine out of the bar quickly, because Mike has just walked in, all right? Sharon. So this is where it gets like, okay, Sharon says, lad, what does she say?
Yeah. Elaine, I think that you should go and take your little girl poodle to her spa now.
Yes, I think Sharon is right. Well, I can hear her little barks. She's looking for her mummy. Can you hear that, Sharon? Why don't you take Elaine to the garden area or to pad her nose, if you know what I mean?
And then Elaine, it's going to be really funny because you're going to try and get rid of her and she's going to take the pictures out and start to try and go around to show everyone. I've got some lovely photos of her. Look, she gets out her phone and some of the people in the bar start to gather around. So it's going to be really funny because the more you try to get her out of the bar, the more people are going to keep her in the bar. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And Mike he's just about to walk in. So we'll play with that. So you, Mike, you're not in the bar yet, okay? You're seen, okay? You're just about to walk in. Obviously, there's going to be 2 exits and entrances because I thought about this. You know, with the scene with Amy that we did last week, the garden area will be that side. So Amy will come in from one side, Mike will come inside and they'll clash, right? So Mike will be walking in now. And what you do probably is, knowing Mike, is he'll just maybe start to look at some of the notices on the wall, maybe go and sit down with his back again because he's in his own world. So maybe sit down and, you know, like he's in love, you know, he's not really thinking about it. So he's just going to sit down maybe with his back again and not see what's going on yet. Okay. And then we'll play with that. All right, Manuel?
Mm-hmm.
It's difficult to know until I've got you there. But so I've got to think about this. I've got to think about it. You got Elaine. I know. She's going to think she's not going to recognize you because it's been a long time. Your hair has grown. And there she is going around with her phone, all right? She's going to come towards you. And then you, Jim, and Sharon are going to have to do something to keep her away, all right? So it's kind of like, I've got some lovely photos of her. Look, she gets out her phone and she starts to gather to see people to show it around. And she sees, well, there are people there, so she wants them to come around and see the photos, okay? Here she is. That was when we started walking. She started walking her first steps. And here is her first day at Doggy Doodle Nursery School. Okay? And then before she realizes other people, what's going on? Neither of you expressed any interest in Puppy at all. So, of course, you and Sharon, Jim and Sharon, are going to be blocking her view of Mike, all right? We have to play with this. You want to look at the pictures to keep her attention on that phone. So you can very nicely, easily maneuver her out of the bar into the garden area. The garden area is this side, sorry. The garden area will be on this side. The exit will be on that side. So Mike is walking in from the exit and the garden area. So you're going to try and maneuver her into the garden. So what I think you should be doing is you should be walking her, like, you know what I mean? Walking her towards the garden, okay? As she's showing you the pictures, and then, but you're looking at the pictures, you're showing interest because you need to make her think that you are really interested. So she keeps showing you the pictures. Do you get it? Okay, so she's going, I've got some lovely photos of her here, right? And then it's like she starts to go, when she says that, she's moving towards the bar again. And you think, oh my God, Jim and Sharon start to panic. All right. So we see that. You looking at each other, and you can see Mike is walking in. He's very slow. He's walking in very slowly, taking his time. Yeah.
Mhm.
He hasn't come in yet. It could be a big bar for all we know. Yeah. Could be a big bar. So it's going to take him a while to get, and it could be dark. You know, bars sometimes at night, they're not very lit, are they?
Mhm.
So maybe he won't see her, and you're hoping, but you're getting very panicky, all right? And then here she is. That's when she started walking her first steps. And here is her first day at Doggy Doodle Nursery. What's going on? And she starts to get suspicious. Neither of you ever expressed any interest in Poopy at all before. Yes, I can hear her. Don't worry, darling. Mummy's coming. So you think, oh, God, thank God for that. She's going to go out now, all right? Towards the garden area and then out towards wherever she goes, you know? But you both tried to get her out of the bar, but it's too late. Mike turns up with Sam. And then Sam goes, oh, whatever. Did I hear you got some photos of that pussy of yours? Disgusting as usual. Sharon. He's talking to Elaine. He wants to see the photographs, yeah? Of the cats. It's a dog. But he says, you know, Sharon.
Yeah.
Glad?
Yeah. Just a sec. Shut up, Sam. Yeah. Shut up, Sam. It's a dog, not a cat. And can't you see? She's upset. You've got no memory clues, have you? Does
Thank
anything
you.
work in there? You just burst in and to hell with everyone. Grow up, will you?
But you see, she's very. Sam always gets into a situation. It's nothing to do with Sam. This is to do with Mike walking in, yeah? And so Sharon is starting to get agitated.
Mhm.
Okay, she gestures to Mike. There he is. He's coming in. And we've got to get her out. You know, it's going to be World War 11, 11, 12, 13, 14, and the end of the world, because you can't just let this happen. You have to give her time, don't you? She's had no time. Obviously, she's heard that Mike's back, but she needs time to get used to it. You know, you love her, you care about her. You walked out on them at their wedding. Anything could happen. Right. Okay, so Sam. Sorry, Sharon. I must admit I prefer photos of real women, not the furry kind. Jesus, I wasn't being rude, I swear, if you know what I mean. Even though it's a dog, not a cat. He starts to get tongue twisted and embarrassed. Then Jim gets fed up with him. Right, that's it. Get out.
Right, that's it. Sam out. You really don't know when to put a sock in it, do you?
Okay, so again, until we get on the to block this, when Martin say comes on, we need to think about this. Sam is basically, he's causing something, yeah, and guess what's going to happen? Mike is going to start hearing this, and he's going to see pain, isn't he? So this is getting out of control now, right? You got to get rid of Sam. You got to get rid of him, right? Get out, Sam. And that's it. So, of course, he's going to walk out, and Mike is going to look at that because he's going to see what's going on now. Sam sees generally sorry and walks our head down. Right.
He seems hurt, Jim. Do you think we went a bit too far?
That's not my concern at the moment. Not when we have World War 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 full nuclear. No stopping them are about to erupt in a few moments.
Already got World War 3, so drop the 3 and go 4, 5, 6. We're in World War 3.
Oh.
4, 5, 6, 7, and full nuclear, yeah. I've got to go for a pee, but keep going. We're nearly at the end of this bit. Sorry, carry on, Jim. That's not my concern.
Okay. That is not my concern at the moment. Not when World War 4, 5, 6, and 7 full nuclear, no stopping them are about to erupt in a few moments. Look.
Right.
Elaine has seen Mike. She goes behind the bar, pushes the bar, person away and swigs down the whiskey. She then starts to grab
Take
other
other
people's
people's
drinks and
drinks.
tries to swallow them.
It's
But
going to be very
luckily,
funny. Very
Jim and
funny.
Sharon manages to grab before she does too much damage.
Oh, my Lord, Sharon, it's him. Give me the rest of the bottle. That's it. And then we do What Should I Do? Okay. So that's another song that you will need to learn, Manuel. Okay.
Mhm. I hear that.
Yeah, there's a whole workshop about. All right, I'm going to go to the loo quickly. If anyone wants to have a quick loo rest. Well, hello, are you back? It's just me talking to me. So it's weird when you come back in with all the digital stuff. Okay, I want to carry on now after What Should I Do? All right. And then when Sam comes on, I want to improvise the scene with him, okay? Because this is a huge scene and it's going to be very, you know, if I'm playing Elaine, then I'm going to have to get somebody else to look at it while I'm on there because it's such a big scene. There's no way that I could direct it on my own. So I would have to have someone who's not in the scene or to stand back and direct it. Do you know what I mean? Because it's very easy to make a mess here. It could easily become a mess. It could either it'll be very good and very focused. Well, we can film it and then I can look at it if I need to. Ideally, I don't want to play the part of Elaine, as you know. I really don't want to be in this. I want to just do the job of direct and get it to the level it deserves to go. I don't really want to play Elaine. I want to have someone who can do the part instead of me. But what I'm saying is it can get very messy because there's so much going on at the same time, right? But in a way, it's broken down. So you've got Sharon, where she's showing off her ring and doing all of that. And then you've got Amy and Jim, that tiny little bit with Amy and Jim. Then it goes on to Elaine, you know, Mike is back. And then all of the distractions that are going on to stop Elaine and Mike meeting when he walks into the bar, okay? So this is, as I say, it's probably the most important scene in the whole show. Every scene's got importance, but this is a very, very important scene. Okay, guys, so I want to carry on after What Should I Do?
All right.
Vlad, can you do Sharon? Keep going with what we're
Yeah, sure.
doing. Okay, so we
So,
do What Should
where
I
do we-
Do?
Where do we start from?
Mike says, Elaine, wait. Okay? And that song is again, you can watch it. It's all we did a big workshop with it, but it's also on the video of the real encounters from the original show. So you can watch it with me and Rohan and how we did it. Okay. So everyone freezes while they sing, but now we've got harmony as well, with the chorus doing harmonies in the background. Okay, so this is more or less the same. I don't think it's different at all. So you can actually learn the lines by watching Act 1. Even though it's not as synced as I'd like it to be, you can learn all of this. It's the same. I haven't changed it. Okay, so Mike says, Elaine, wait. Where's Emmanuel gone?
Emo.
All the time. It's a long name. Emo. Is that what you call him? Emo?
Yeah.
Call him?
That's how we call him.
Emo.
Emo, yeah.
All right. Emo, Vladdy, Luke. That's short. Lauren.
Yeah.
Mar. Mar. Right. Martin's got home okay because he was over here before. He brought me some food and stuff. Luckily, in this shitty weather.
Oh, bless him.
Just came over, you know, just to have a bit of a chat. Because I haven't seen them in ages.
That's great.
Cats to wish them happy birthday.
Yeah.
He's home now, so He should be on soon. Okay, Emo, where are Emo? Emma, Emma,
Emo.
Emmanuel, Emu,
Yeah.
Emu.
Like the
Right, we are
like
viewing
ostrich.
his screen. Like the emu, the
Yeah,
Australian.
emu, ostrich.
Oh God, I can't wait for us to have some more, casts. But never mind, we are doing what we can do, and this is really good. We're working through the script. Okay, where's he gone? I'll just do that line quickly. It doesn't matter. Elaine, I'm coming, puppy. Mummy's coming. Elaine runs out quickly. Mike grabs Sharon's arm. Vlad? Sharon?
He has moved the lines, I'm further on, like, did I hear you've got some photos of that pussy of yours? And then
No, that's
it's
gone.
me. Then it's me. Shut up,
We
Sam.
did all
It's a
of
dog.
that. I can't control it. I can't control it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Manuel, can you please
Hi guys.
do anything?
Can I ask a question?
That depends.
Subscribe to Love Old UK as a television program.
When they coming on moving on TV,
Glory.
all I need is 500,000, a quarter, even.
That's why.
1,000 will do, or even 2,000, or even 200, or even.
That's
20.
why when you come to a studio session eventually to meet with Pastor Aaron, it will be amazing because he's the TV producer at Love Old TV. But my dad is gonna be on in like 8 minutes, so we're just gonna.
Can we watch him together?
Let's go.
Oh yeah, we can definitely.
How do you do it?
Okay, so you type in loveolduk.org.
Oh, okay, but we've got to end this, haven't we?
Yeah,
oh yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. I'm just asking if I can be.
My data will be over soon. So let's hurry up.
I'm just asking if I can be excused, please.
Yeah, of course you can.
Thank you so much.
Teacher, I need to go to the toilet, please.
Okay.
Can I be excused? No, sorry, I'm.
Well.
She's playing school now.
Okay.
Guys. Right, he's gone. Oh.
Come on, guys, let's go, because I've just received a warning that my data
okay,
is
guys. I'll see you later.
Okay.
I'll see you later.
See ya.
When are you coming on to do an interview? Oh, he's gone. There's his picture.
Yeah.
We'll
talk to the picture now.
We'll talk.
And the devil is a bastard.
Okay.
Anyway, right, okay, let's carry on then quickly before you're.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And then it's just going to be Luke and Martin again if he comes on. Anyway, we're doing some good work here. Everything we do is very, very good because you can watch it, even if it's a small bit of the scene, it'll help you learn the lines. Okay, so Elaine goes, Mike goes, Elaine, wait, I'm coming, puppy. Mummy's coming. Elaine runs out quickly. Mike grabs Sharon's arm. I'll have to do. Luke, can you do Mike? Because you haven't got any lines here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you can put the lines on the screen, please.
Oh no,
because Emma is gone now.
You haven't got them.
No, Emma's gone now, and they disappear.
Right. So I tell you what, Nick, Vlad, you can go then. Because
okay.
Yeah, if your data's running out anyway, by the time I get the lines on, go on.
I got it.
Okay, so I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Lots of love.
And you. Bye. Lots of hugs. Bye.
Bye. All right.
See ya.
So
bye.
This is not going to work now. There's no point to this because you're not Luke, you're not Jim, and I'm not Sharon. Okay, so at least, but what I just want to go back to the bits with Jim. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have a look at that because yeah. So the whole of this bit with Elaine and Jim, that is not my concern, not when World War 3, 4, 5, and 6. Right, so you're really pissed off with Sam. It's like, that's it, get out. You really don't know when to put a sock in it. So It's like you're not taking any of his bullshit. You've got a situation here and you don't need Sam's nonsense, quite honestly. Because what he does is he stirs everything. He basically stirs everything, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He doesn't realize he's doing it, but he does it. Okay, so I just do that again for me. Right, the bit where I'll do Sam. Oh, sorry, Sharon. I must admit, I prefer photos of real women. You see, again, he puts his foot in it. He's rude. He's disgusting, not the furry kind. I just realized, sorry, well, as it goes along, and Elaine gets more and more panicky, she starts to sing that little song about Slimmy Kitty, which is the cat. And this is the dog. So I've got to figure out how to fix that. I can't remember if I changed that in the script. If you want a Slimmy Kitty, give them food to make them fitty. And I'm getting all confused. She's not a cat, she's a dog. She's a dog. Puppy's a dog. I'm getting all confused, or something like that. Improvise it in some way. I was just thinking about that because we keep saying that Puppy is a dog, and then she goes into the Slimmy Kitty advert. That it doesn't exist, but
unless she had a cat as a child.
Or maybe she had a cat as well. That's a good idea. That reminds her, yeah. I'll see when I get to that bit. Okay, so, sorry, Sharon. I must admit, I prefer photos of real women, not the furry kind. Jesus, I wasn't being rude, I swear, if you know what I mean. Even though it's a dog, not a cat. It's a dog, not a cat. Oh, he starts to get tongue twisted and embarrassed.
Right, that's it. Sam, out. You really don't know when to put a sock in it, do you?
Okay, so you've got a situation here with Elaine, and you don't have time to stop her, but she'll go and literally raid the bar. You're not going to have time to stop her, okay? Because now your attention is on getting Sam to leave the bar, right? And then Sharon, and then you have like this moment where Sharon is starting to show a little bit of tenderness. He seems hurt, Jim. Do you think we went a bit too far? Yeah. And then it's like, you're not focusing on Elaine anymore, okay? You're not focusing. You've taken your attention off, but you're saying it's not my concern, not when that, do those lines for us.
That is not my concern at the moment. Not when World War 4, 5, 6 and 7 full nuclear, no stopping them, are about to erupt in a few moments. Look.
Okay, but you haven't had time to stop it, okay? So you haven't had time to stop her because you took your attention away from her for 5 minutes, which gives her a chance to say, as she sees Mike, that's it. And that's it. She's gone behind the bar, pushes the bar person away, swings down the whiskey, grabs other people's drinks and tries to swallow them. She'll go say, she has to say something like, Mike! Obviously, so it leads to that. I really need to write that down. She should have said, Mike, or else why is she doing this? Because she's seen him. But the audience will see how she looks. Mike! And then she runs behind the bar, pushes the bar person away, swings down the whiskey, grabs up, and then she starts to take people's drinks and drinks them mad. And luckily, and then you manage to grab her before she does too much damage, because she's about to get in there with a glass and, fill it up, and you've got to get her out of there. And oh my Lord, Sharon, it's him, right? Give me the rest of the bottle. And obviously you have taken something away from her. And the whiskey she's trying to drink, she's pouring it, add a drink, pouring it, add a drink. And it's like, right, give it to us, Elaine, yeah? Give us the rest of the bottle. She starts swinging down the bottle of wine in his hand. Oh no, she give us the rest of the bottle. You've got a bottle of wine. Oh my God. And she takes it and that's it. Gone. She's gone. And then spotlight on Mike and Elaine, everyone freezes. She hasn't drunk enough to pass that all together. Okay, and then you've got What Should I Do, which is everyone freezes and the spotlights are on Mike and Elaine.
Mhm.
And let's hope Martin is coming on. So we do some work with you guys. If not, we'll leave it. Okay, so you'll freeze, whatever space you're in, you'll just freeze. Okay, and then they do, and then the lights come up, and then you've got the whole scene with Sharon and Mike, and then Mike comes, and then Sam comes to Sharon's rescue, and then you've got all of that stuff, which Sam and Jim. So let's do that bit where Sharon walks out, and then you've got Sam
Oh, yeah.
a bit further down. Nice girl, that Sharon. Quite feisty, isn't she? Do you know where I am?
Yep. Too nice for you, Sam. You keep your grubby little paws off her, capiche? She's not in your league.
It's coming on 5 minutes. I like her. She's got guts, that one. She obviously has a good heart. Did you see how she was protecting her friend? That's what we do in the hood, on the street. She's one of us.
What are you on about, Sam? That girl is pure innocence deep down inside. The only hood she would understand are either Robin Hood or Little Red Riding Hood. She reads their stories to her kids. And wait a minute. Did I hear you right there? A heart? A woman's
Okay,
heart?
stop. Okay, pause.
Yeah.
Did I hear you right there? It's like, oh, come on. Am I hearing this? Am I hearing this? A heart? It's like a huge, like, are you kidding me? A heart? Are you talking about a heart? You, Sam, you. Yeah? Yeah? So have a bit of a pause there. Did I hear you right there? I'm kind of like, did I hear you right?
Yeah.
A heart? A woman's heart? We did this. I remember we did this at Amersham Community Centre. And as I say, it's it's the same as the original show, except it's not synced properly. When the scene comes on, I have to sync it. Yeah, I have to sync it so that it's you can hear it properly. Okay, so again, go back then. I'll go back there to that bit. Go back again to what you on about, Sam? That girl's pure innocence deep down inside. Well, the only hood she would understand are either Robin Hood or Little Red Riding Hood as she reads their stories to her kids. Wait a minute, and then have a pause, right?
Mm-hmm.
I hear you right there. It's like, yeah, wait a minute. Did I hear you right there? Oh, come on, a heart, okay? So do that again.
What are you on about, Sam? That girl's pure innocence deep down inside. The only hood she would understand are the Robin Hood or Little Red Riding Hood. She reads their stories to her kids. Wait a minute. Did I hear you right there? A heart? A woman's heart? Are you coming down with a fever or something, Sam? It's usually the more obvious things that you notice in a woman, like their tits or bums, as you would say, or tits and arse, or whatever you call female parts on the streets these days.
Sharon's different. She's a real woman, like my mamacita.
You mean you were actually conceived by a real woman, Sam?
Oh, very funny, Jim.
Anyway, leave Sharon alone. Her and Paul seem to have something really good going there.
Oh, that won't last. He'll drop her soon, and when she falls, guess who will be right there to pick up the pieces? Oh, those lovely pieces.
That's more like the Sam we all know and love.
Actually, Jim, I'm quite lonely, really.
Well, maybe your time will come soon, eh, Sam? I'm more worried at the moment about Elaine. That must have been a big shock for her seeing Mike again. I'm also concerned about this place. We may have to make some big changes soon, and it's going to affect everyone. Enough said, though.
Okay, good, very good. And I remember we did this. We did the workshop at Amersham Community Centre where you put your hand on his forehead. Have you got?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're totally like, this is not the usual Sam we all know and love. This is right? So we'll work on a little bit more on that, a little bit more on thinking, am I talking to Sam here? Is this Sam's clone? is this somebody else? You know, it's taken over his body, or it doesn't sound like Sam, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so, and then of course, oh yeah, that's our Sam. Yeah, that's him. That's right. We know and love you. We all know you. That's more like the Sam we all know and love. Yeah. He says 5 minutes. Okay. Great. Okay, so then we've got the scene, half a minute with Elaine. I was really, really happy that Manuel could do that. He's going to be able to sing it.
Mm.
Wasn't sure if he could do any falsetto, but between you and me, I don't think there should be a lot of falsetto in the duet, because Elaine is so high, it's just going to not sound right. There's got to be a balance, you know?
Because I think it might be quite high as well. I think there are a few bits in the workshop where we said, I'll do it down for a
Yeah, yeah. You changed it to a lower octave and it sounds better. But we'll have a listen when I'm going to send this to Emmanuel to practice.
Mhm.
And if he has any struggle, we can always lower it, you know, a little bit.
Yeah.
Obviously, I can hit those notes, but I'm hoping that I'll find someone who can play the part of Elaine, because I don't really want to do it. I want to direct, and I just want to be on the outside watching it.
Mm.
It's a big part. It's a lot to do. Not only is it a lot to do, but it can get messy when you do direct and you play. I'm not talking about a one-woman show. I directed the whole thing myself.
Yeah.
Did Callis and only had 2 actors. But when you've got a whole cast, you've got to be so careful, because you don't want people bashing into each other. You know, you've got to be very careful. And so the director's job is to stand and watch it. So hopefully, you know, we'll get someone to do Elaine at some point. Right. Okay. So it's interesting. We've now got that bit. I just want to have a quick look at it, where she goes here. The Slimmy Kitty thing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's talking about the past. Yeah, okay. And then Sharon will say to you, Sharon, Elaine, what are you talking about? That's in the past, you know. So she's really getting confused. So she's going, so like, calm down, Elaine, you're not making any sense. But Sharon, it's not my fault. I couldn't find the shrimp cocktail she always eats, you know, the one with the blue and white striped container. If you want a Slimmy Kitty, give a footy, give a fitty. I got a different variety with meat, fat grizzly meat. Oh my God, she doesn't eat meat. Sharon Puppy doesn't like meat. Oh, Sharon's such a bad parent. And then we'll add in Sharon saying, Elaine, calm down. You're talking about your cat. You're talking about whatever the name was. We'll find a name. You're talking about Tigger. You're getting all confused. Come on, calm down. You said, because this is, Puppy's a dog, not a cat. Right. Hi, Martin. They've all gone again and left them. All gone to watch Emmanuel's dad. He's got 20, how many million? 200 million?
200 million.
How many?
200 million.
200 million people are watching Vlad's dad on Love TV. And I said, well, I'd be happy with 500,000 or 200,000, 2,000 or 200 or 20.
Why are they watching Vlad's dad?
He's done an interview on the church TV that they're watching about his.
Oh,
They're getting 200 million people watching it.
hallelujah. Well, that's what you need to do. You need to have a quasi-religious theme onto encounters.
It sounds like a worldwide sort of religious channel. From
Yeah. Well, it's good because we're going to get some of them on. Emmanuel will push this, you know. The only thing that worries me a bit is Sam. Will they accept Sam, you know, the way he is? But, you know, he does come out of it. But do you think they'll accept Sam with all his issues? You know,
Rewrite Sam that he finds Jesus at the end of it all. He finds God, and that he, you know, he repents.
Yes.
Ways he repents,
He's born
and
again.
he's seen the light. He's seen the light.
the light and he's born again. That's a
He's
great
born
idea.
again,
That'll get us
and
200 million viewers.
and he fights a good fight, and he's
200
been
million in the audience. We've made it.
a
We've
decent
made
guy.
it.
He's a decent geese.
Emmanuel's going to sell this. Oh, that is so funny. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Sam seen the lights. Okay, we'll have to add that in at the end, and then they'll put you on. They'll put us on to 200 million people. It's this Love TV that they run at the church. 200 million.
All right.
I can't
Well,
even
that's what you.
understand. Didn't even think there were that many people. Sorry.
Well, that's what you got to do, Lawrence. Become part of a Christian mission or something.
A Jewish Christian, yeah.
You wouldn't be lonely. You'd have no issues with loneliness and congregation and audience as well. You could
Huge audiences. As I say, the only thing that worries me is Sam a little bit. So we'll adapt it at the end.
So at the end of it all, he goes, "If it wasn't for
Jesus
my
is
race."
going to go around. Bless you, my child. Jesus. Sam will be going around. Bless you, my child. And we bless you in the blood of Jesus and the cross. Sorry, I'm not. Hang on.
Tells Sam off.
Sorry.
Everyone tells Sam off.
Everyone tells Sam.
Yeah,
And then
you do.
He wakes
do
up.
all the time.
Okay, have you got a script? I don't expect you've got a script. That means I've got to find one, haven't I? Okay. That's been cutting off a lot. Skies, maybe the wind's outside. Just wait. Wait. Martin's gone. It's not recording. It's helping. Cat's go. It's recording. Are you guys still there? You've frozen. You've frozen on me. Hi guys, welcome to Moving On TV and the Holistic Show. You're just about to watch a really exciting interview with Kathleen Milner about her healing therapies and the books that she's written. So sit down, have a nice cup of tea, and welcome to the Holistic Show. So hi Kathleen, and welcome to Moving On TV. It's really good to have you here.
Thank you again.
Today we're going to talk about the healing that you do, because you're a healer, and I just want to explain to my viewers how you became a healer, because something happened, you had some experiences, and you became a healer. So would you like to tell us a little bit about it?
Well, I was actually born with healing and psychic abilities, but I was born long enough ago that my parents did not approve of a child who could talk to angels. And so gradually over the years, you know, I just shut down. These abilities shut down. But occasionally something would happen, only it would be like full blown. And after I got married, there was one day that I looked in the mirror and I thought, I am exactly who and what my parents and my husband at the time wanted me to be. And they still don't like me. And it wasn't long after that that I got a divorce. And that's when I prayed to God that I wanted the abilities that I had as a child to come back. And so it started with prayer. And slowly they did come back. And then I was guided to take different classes. And one of the classes that I was guided to take was Reiki. I went to a demonstration by Helen Borth, and I could see that healing was actually taking place. And so I took the class, but the thing of it was that I could do more healings before I took the class than after I took the class. And I asked why. And that's something that is a good thing when you're involved with spirits and angels, is to keep asking questions. Why? Are you in divine truth? You know, all the questions. We get to ask those, and God wants us to ask those questions. And it took a while before God answered me. During the Reiki 2 initiation, they only initiated one hand, and I got to choose which hand, and it just did not feel right. I mean, why not both hands? It didn't make any sense. And when the initiation was over, I looked up and I said, where's the rest of the initiation? And these initiations, these Reiki initiations, were brought. This is what Takata's story was, that she went to Japan. She received these initiations from a Buddhist monk who was a descendant of Dr. Sui. And I was guided to take other classes too. I took shaman classes, and I found out that this is the way that I worked with angels when I was younger. I didn't draw symbols. I didn't place my hands on any way. I closed my eyes and I watched the angels work.
Okay.
So I learned about that, and I don't know how this happened, but I was invited to speak and do a workshop at the Whole Life Expo in New York. This was in the early 1900s. 1900s, 1990s. I'm not that old.
Okay. That makes you a very old lady.
So I went to the workshop was, well, the lecture was packed, and then the workshop was packed. And then I found out, which I should have gotten money from, you know, a percentage of the money from the workshop. But a friend of mine told me that they declare bankruptcy and after each Whole Life Expo. So then they called me and they asked me if I would like to speak and do a workshop in Los Angeles. But I was one step ahead of them because I knew, and they wanted to give me a booth in exchange for doing all this. But I'm one step ahead of them because I know that it's either the booth or nothing, because they're going to declare bankruptcy. So I took the booth, and it was a big table, and I hadn't written any books. So I recorded a meditation that I used to give when I would do classes. Matter of fact, there was a meditation on each side. So on this big table, all I had were these, you know, a couple of stacks of audio tapes. And then somebody came along, and I was doing healing demonstrations, and I do them, and I still do them on a donations are accepted basis. And one man came up, and he wanted a healing, and then he went off and talked to his wife. She came, I did a healing on her, and they asked me to come back to LA and do a class at their house. So, then they put up a sign-up sheet. So now I've got the audio tapes and a sign-up sheet. And a lot of people were impressed. A lot of people signed up. So I was able to give the sign-up sheet to the man who was setting up the classes. And then I went to Marcy Miller. My friend Marcy Miller was renting a room in this ashram, which was really a Los Angeles home, a one-story Los Angeles home. And before I went to her home, Reiki masters would come up to me and they would say, "We know you can heal, but did you know that none of us can heal in the manner that Takata did?" And there are written, documented testimonials of her doing actual healings, and even one of her raising the dead.
Okay, sorry to stop you there. Can you explain a little bit about Takata?
Well, Takata, like I said, she was a Japanese American, and after World War II, her claim was that she went to Japan and brought back this healing method from Japan called Reiki. It came from a man named Dr. Usui, who had been a Buddhist monk. He went to the University of Chicago and got a doctorate of theology. But there are several problems with her story, is that the University of Chicago has no record of anyone named Mikao Usui, Dr. Usui, anyone like that, even attending a class, let alone graduating. And the monastery where he was supposed to have been a monk in Japan has no record of him even visiting.
Right, that's interesting.
So what I learned just a couple of years ago, because I had this consciousness raising experience with Buddha when I was in this monastery with Marcy. And Buddha will come to me every now and then, and he'll tell me something new, or bring the healing energies of Tiramai up. And what he told me a couple of years ago was that Takata did not get this in Japan, that she had a consciousness raising experience with Buddha in Hawaii.
Right. So you channel Buddha. You channel the spirit of Buddha.
I channel that photo that I sent you with the light coming down into my head and into my heart. I channel healing energies from God. And every now and then, my consciousness will shift, and it will shift and I'll connect with Buddha. And one ascended master, told me that, I don't think they call them ascended masters when they're in body, but someone who is very high up told me that it is possible for an ascended being to connect with a person. And when they do that, they stay with that person for the rest of that person's life, unless something really dramatic happens, that they, shift from light to dark, that can break the chain.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's how I connect with Buddha.
Okay. So when you talk about the healing experience of the light that came down, did that make the healing more powerful that you were able to give people? Did you feel that that's when there was a shift in your healing?
Well, the healing energy has always been there, but it really subsided, thanks to my parents. You get put down enough, you're scolded enough, things go away. So it was always there. But after I started this journey, it started to increase. When I feel the healing energy, like when I've got my hands on somebody, I can feel my hands. I can feel the energy running through me and into my hands. And then when healing miracles happen, or spontaneous healings happen, like I was in New Jersey and doing healing demonstrations. And there was a young girl named Audrey, whose grandmother wanted me to do a healing on her. And Audrey had all kinds of heart surgeries. And when I put my hand on her heart, I have never felt this before in my life. Instead of a nice steady heartbeat, I could actually feel the stress in the heart and the raggedness of the beat. And as I'm doing that, I can feel the goddess aspect. Now, there is one God, but God has both a feminine and a masculine aspect. If God didn't have a feminine aspect, you and I wouldn't be here.
Sure.
So we're created in God's image.
Plus and minus, yes.
Exactly. So it's the feminine aspect of God that heals. And when the miracles happen, my heart chakra just opens up. It feels like it's as big as the room.
Okay.
And tears come to my eyes. And Audrey turned and she looked at me. She was crying. Her mother and the audience were crying. So there is this tremendous healing that comes forth. And her heart became normal.
Wow, that's very exciting. Okay, so that's one of the examples. I mean, we've got loads of people, myself included, that are walking around with conditions that doctors can't figure out anymore. There's so many conditions going around, particularly people that are very sensitive. I've got lots and lots of symptoms now. So how would you heal people like that? Have you had people that come to you where there's absolutely nothing that they can't determine? It's not like a serious disease like cancer, but the symptoms are really strong. Do you get people like that coming to you that have given up on doctors basically and just don't know what to do anymore?
Mostly I get people whom the doctors have given up on.
Right. Okay. So people with like terminal cancers, things like that, would you say as well?
Right. And there is one testimonial on KathleenAnnMilner.com where Jennifer Gargan has talked about coming to me one time. She had cancer. And during the healing, she felt the cancer had gone. And she went back to her doctor. They looked at the tests, and the cancer was gone.
That's incredible.
So what I do, like with someone like you, I could tune in, and I don't do medical diagnosis. Matter of fact, most of the time what the angels show me, they show me metaphors of things that are happening. So if I tune into you, I close my eyes, and I ask the angels to bring the light in, so I'm going to call upon the angels. I call upon God the Father Almighty, the Divine God, the Divine Goddess, the Holy Spirit, and the Holy Spirit I am. And through you, I call upon your great archangels, Sariel, 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 Sarakiel, 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 Gabriel, 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 Michael, 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 Raphael, 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 Zadkiel, 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 Amiel, 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 Daniel, 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 Israel, 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 Jophael, 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 Camuel, 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 Raguel, 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 Ramael, 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 Ariel, 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 Uriel, 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 Pathael, 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 Barakael, 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 Azrael, 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 Raziel, 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 Gadiel, 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 Gamaliel, Gamaliel, Gamaliel. Lauren, take a deep breath and exhale. And your listeners, when they watch this, they will most likely get a healing as well. What I'm seeing is the light coming in and just darkness coming up. And I'm going to keep calling the angels in. Gamaliel, Gamaliel, Gamaliel. Ezekiel, Ezekiel, Ezekiel. Ishmael, Ishmael, Ishmael. Emmanuel, Emmanuel, Emmanuel. Okay, Lauren, can you feel that light coming into your crown?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And it's coming through your body. It's in your head. It's coming down to your neck and chest. Take a deep breath and exhale. So it's kind of like in architecture, in building, they have to prepare the ground. You know, the ground has to be level before they can put a building on it. So with healing, you know, the darkness has to come off. First the clearing, and then the healing can come in. And since I'm not there to do this, please place your right hand on your left shoulder. And I want you to work down your arm and just kind of twist down your arm and pull down all the way down to the fingertips, and then pull off your fingertips and throw this stuff down. Do it again, starting at the shoulder and working all the way down the arm. Good girl. Good girl. Keep going. And pull out your fingertips and throw it down. Click your fingers, throw the stuff down like you're throwing it down to the central fire. And third time is the charm. Start again. And work down your arm. And your viewers can do this as well. All the way down to the fingertips. Take a deep breath. Exhale and throw it down. Sending it down to the fire. Good job. Good job. Okay, now tune into both of your arms. Is there a difference between your left and your right arm?
There's always a difference between my left and right, yeah.
Okay, what's happening? What's different between your left arm right now?
Oh, you mean at the moment?
Yes.
My left is tingling. Feels a lot more tingly and like there's a light around it.
Okay, now take your left hand and put it on your right shoulder and do the same thing. Work down your right arm all the way down to the fingertips. Pull the stuff out and send it down to the earth's central fire. Okay, again, all the way down. People at home do this as well. All the way down to the fingertips, pull it off and send it down. Again.
Everyone can be doing this with me.
Exactly, exactly.
I look like I've changed my color because I've gone so dark. There's no light in here.
The light's behind you. Okay,
Yeah.
how does your right arm feel now?
Yeah, tingly.
Tingly as well? Okay, let me ask the angels to bring more light, more heavenly gold, diamond white light, diamond silverly light into your crown and through your body. And let's see, at your heart chakra, let's get this off of your heart chakra. Angels, cut these cords. Take a deep breath, Lauren, and exhale. Can you feel that coming off? Did you feel that pull coming off? Or do you feel clear now? Okay, now the back heart chakra, angels grease this up.
Feel a lot lighter.
Do you feel sometimes like you've got a strap around you? Okay, let's get this.
Talk about that. I have a massive blockage in my throat, and I'm a singer. So it's not good. Absolutely.
No, that's not. Let me get this thing off of your heart first, because you also sing with your heart.
Yeah, and
Okay,
as well. I've had a lot of grief.
Okay, take a deep breath.
Where a lot is stuck at the moment.
And exhale. People at home do this as well. Do you have problems with your left shoulder?
Terrible. Left shoulder, neck. Yeah, very bad. Yeah.
Okay, but mostly your left shoulder as opposed to your right. Okay, let's go in. All right, angels, bring in quick light, angelic grease lightning, cleanse the angelic showers, the energies of the blue stars, lift this up. Also the side of your left neck, is that true?
Yes.
Okay, let's get this thing off of her.
The whole of the left, yeah, it's very bad. Especially when I lie down at night. Nose, really bad nausea.
I have something called mirror touch synesthesia, and they've just named it. It's always been around, but that means that I can feel, when I'm working on somebody, I can feel in my body what's going on with you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel everything. Okay, take a deep breath and exhale. Everybody at home, do this as well. If you have another place in your body that's hurting, focus on that and breathe the light into it and exhale this. And let's get this thing off your throat. And around the throat, it's often fear.
Yeah.
So let your fears come up, all your fears, let them come up and exhale them. Give them away to the.
So anyway, that was really powerful. And I do feel, a lot more flexibility in my body, I must admit.
Okay, let's get rid of some of these blockages that you were telling me about.
Yeah.
All right?
You have people, I want to make this generic because a lot of people are going through so much now.
Right.
People have money blocks. People feel there's a lot of chaos going on in our world. It's like people are talking about the ascension and loads of symptoms, and people are not being treated very respectfully. People are not getting back to them. And so there's a lot of stress going on. So how would you help people like that? I mean, is there any way they can help themselves, or would they need to come to you to do the healing? Can they do it on themselves, or how would that work?
Well, there is something called the Wednesday night 8 p.m. clearing, and it's been going on for 10 years. It started in August of 2008. Every Wednesday, people all over the world, wherever it is 8 o'clock where you are, they tune in and they say, please, angels, God's angels, please connect me to the Terramai healers who are doing the clearings. And then they can work for as long as they want. They can meditate, they can pray, they can do whatever spiritual aspect they want for whatever they want. And since this has been going on for 10 years, there's actually a wave that's going around this planet. And so we can call upon angels of God, please connect us to the Wednesday night clearing wave and to the Terramai healers who are doing the clearings, healings, and prayers for abundance and love. So what I want you to do, and I want your viewers to do, is to breathe in the energies of abundance.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to ask white flames to blaze through the blockages and burn them to the ground. Keep breathing in prosperity, and prosperity is more than and money. It is money, it's gold, but it's also so much more. It's respect, it's love, it's joy, it's fulfillment, it's success. And we're going to also call upon the September new moon, which brings success and opportunities. We're going to call upon these two energies, the energies of the September new moon, success and opportunities, and the Wednesday night clearing wave. And just feel the energies of the Wednesday night clearing wave coming through you, clearing away the blockages. Blockages in your body, blockages in your life. And like you said, lots of people are experiencing blocks right now, an inability to move forwards.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on.
The energy,
A lot of people saying that. Mm.
the energies of the new age. What's it like to go into this golden age or new age? It's like an elevation of consciousness and an elevation of our DNA. Because Edgar Cayce saw us going into the golden age with whole, healthy, youthful bodies. And that's how it's going to be done. Our DNA is going to be elevated. So just you, Lauren, and your viewers, close your eyes and just feel inside your body. Feel your DNA elevating. Feel all the blockages being taken away. Feel the energies of the goddess, the healing energies of the goddess coming into you and through you. Feel doors of opportunity opening for you. Feel yourself, see yourself being in the right place at the right time. Take a deep breath and exhale. Just feel these blocks. Feel your sorrow, anger, and fears leaving. Just let them go. Give them to the angels. Feel them dropping away from you. And the light's coming into your crown and going down through you. I don't know if your viewers can see this, but I can see your aura on this side of your head. It's yellow and gold and white. So I don't know if this is coming through the camera or if I'm just seeing this. That'd be interesting. You might ask your viewer what they're seeing.
My aura. Okay. Thank you. This is absolutely brilliant and very effective, for people who are watching, because it's interesting that we actually have gone to that level now to talk about the ascension and what's happening, because I feel that a lot of healers and a lot of light workers like myself, we're struggling because we feel that it's taking too long, and we keep seeing that things are going to change, and you keep hearing about the connection to alien forces and the ascension and, this reset where life is going to change, where it's going to be better, it's going to be more equal, where money's going to be, where everyone will have what they need. And yet it just doesn't seem to happen. It's like people are just keep hearing about this stuff. And I know a lot of light workers like myself say, yeah, we've heard it for 3 years now, 4 years, but we're getting to a point where things are really, really getting bad. The way the world, the system and the way the world is being run now is getting to such a level where we have to see some changes for people. Like we are humanitarians, and particularly what we can see what's happening with children. There's such awful stuff going on in our world that when you are a light worker, and I know there'll be people will be watching this will be light workers and humanitarians and healers. Some of them are doing really well and staying on that vibration, and some of them, like myself, keep being dragged down back into the third dimension, so to speak. Where we haven't got the patience anymore. It's like, come on, show it to me already. I want to see the love. I want to feel it. So how do you feel about that? Do you, with your connection to the angels and to whatever you're in touch with, is it coming soon?
It is coming soon.
Everyone's asking when.
Well, it's coming to the point. I used to live in Arizona, and I was on the Hopi Reservation, and I saw Prophecy Rock. And on it, there is a stick figure of a man walking on the path, on the timeline. And then the timeline divides and goes in two different directions. One where there are dying people and dying plants, and the other where there's happy people and happy plants, and the steps keep going up. And people used to think that the world was going to go in one way or the other. No, this reality is going to split in half. This is going to be very unusual. And that's what the full moons and new moons for over a year. It's like the heavens have been saying, make a choice. It used to be that voodoo practitioners could do both healings and death spells. They can't anymore. They have to make a choice. Which side are you on? These the politicians serve special interests and supposedly the people. No, you got to make a choice. You can't serve both. Who are you going to serve? Are you going to serve the people?
They're going to be given a choice to go with the light, or if not, then they can't progress. I've heard that.
Well, we're making the choice now by our thoughts, our words, our deeds, our actions. We're actually casting our vote now which way we're going to go. Try to wait. I know that I've heard about people who want to wait till the last minute, who are really living in darkness. And I say, well, at the last minute, I'll get out of this and I'll ask to go to the light. No, it doesn't work that way. It's, it just doesn't.
So how long is it going to, basically, do you know approximately, because you've got messages coming from, I don't know if you know about David Wilcock and Conscious Cosmos and stuff like that, where they're talking about that it's coming, that they're going to do this mass arrest of a whole lot of people, and then there's going to be a reset probably for a few days, and then everything's going to change, and they need time to do that. Like they have to do it when these people don't know that they're going to do it, like a shock kind of thing. So, and then everything's going to change, and people need to have water and food and stuff like that for the ascension. So there's so many theories going around that there's so much confusion. I don't think anybody knows. And then you've got a whole of lots of society, like I'd say probably 98% of society, that are just stuck getting ready for Christmas. And they don't even care. They don't want anything to change. So how is this going to happen?
Well, even several decades ago, I told people, I said, by 2020, if either God's hand hasn't come in or we make an active effort to break away from fossil fuels and into renewable energies, that by 2020, there won't be an Earth. And you can see it with these, not only is Florence ravaging the Carolinas right now, but there's a typhoon in the South Sea that is ravaging, is about to, hit China. And these things are getting out of hand. And every year the storms get bigger and bigger and bigger because of global warming. The oceans get warmer, which feeds the hurricanes and the typhoons. The air is warming. It holds more water. And
so how are we going to save humanity? How are we going to save our planet?
We have to start with ourselves, and even to do simple things like recycling, just really simple things, praying, open our hearts. And I'm writing my 6th book right now. It's called Awakening the Spirit Within, the etherical cord between the heart chakra and solar plexus. And it's really tuning into this energy channel and connecting to the Spirit of God that is within us. Because within this cord, this is where we get our gut feelings. In the Bible, it says, God speaks to us without words. This is how God speaks to us, through gut feelings and inner knowing. Inner knowing does not happen in the head. It happens inside of us. And we have to start listening to that energy, that voice within us, our own connection to the divine. And when you can do that, you can kind of get above things and just get the feeling, you work and you work, and you get the feeling that everything's going to be okay. Then you remember that feeling. Like one time I was divorced and I had, a preteen kids, and I ended up getting this horse. And I was painting because I used to be represented by Wright Gallery in Chicago during the 1980s. And I'm painting this horse. And I just asked God, I said, do you really mean that for me to keep this horse? And I got the message, the horse is yours to keep. So every time things got bad, I would just remember that painting, and I just put myself in that situation where I knew that things were going to be okay. So that's what you want to do. Work with the Wednesday night clearing. Get to a point where you know inside yourself that things are going to be okay. And then when the world tries to crush you down, go back to that moment when you knew that everything was going to be okay.
Okay, so let's go back to the Wednesday healing. How can people join the Wednesday healing? Is there a website that you can pass on to them?
Yes, KathleenAnnMilner.com.
Sorry, can you say that again?
KathleenAnnMilner.com.
Kathleen N.
Ann, no, not Ann. Ann, like Ann Boleyn, but without the E.
Okay.
KathleenAnnMilner.com.
Okay.
And then go to the blog page. And then all the posts are listed alphabetically. And I think that one is listed Worldwide Wednesday Night Clearing. And click on that.
We'll put a link on so people can go straight on it. And so they can join that. And every Wednesday evening, of course, we have the time differences.
No. It's 8 o'clock 8 p.m. wherever you are.
Oh, okay.
That's why this wave was created, because at 8 p.m. is in the 24 time zones. And then if people cannot participate at the time when it's 8 p.m. in their time zone, they can always start at the top of any hour and say, okay, angels of God, please connect me to wherever the hour is 8 p.m. and the Terramai healers who are doing the clearings, and participate that way. So this huge wave, we can have 10 years, every Wednesday, huge wave of energy going around this planet.
That sounds fantastic. So because I will pass this on. This is very exciting. So basically you can go onto the link, which I'll post, and doesn't matter what country you're in, doesn't matter where you are, at 8 p.m. every Wednesday. You can go on there and connect to this massive source of healing that's coming from Kathleen. And where else is it coming from?
It's coming from all the people who are participating.
Right. So it's like a massive connection to all these healers all over the world. And basically, can you set an intention, say this evening, I'd like to be able to set an intention to heal my abundance? Or do you get a choice to choose what you want to heal? Or is it just whatever, it's collective healing where everybody's doing the same type of healing around the same issues?
Well, that's one reason I think it's become so popular, is because there is no set agenda. You can pray, you can play Tibetan bowls, you can drum, you can meditate, you can do whatever you want to for yourself, for others, for the earth, for whoever you want. I do suggest that, some people really, really need to work on themselves, and that's fine. But if you have the energy to do something for Mother Earth, please do something. But, it's really up to each individual, and I think that's why it became so popular.
And I think as well, I have noticed over my existence that there is an intelligence that sometimes when we talk about timing, and when, say, someone is waiting for something to come, like a job, the universe will take care of what's more important. Even if I relate it back to myself, as I say, I got a job. And again, just to tell my viewers, because people have similar conditions, similar things are happening. I got offered a job nearly 4 weeks ago. But because of the way things are in England, you have to wait nearly 2 months now to be police checked. Now, the more I think about it, my job was supposed to start on a Thursday, and it's only 2 days a week. I was getting very upset about it. But then I found out about oxygen therapy for my exhaustion. Some people are recommending oxygen therapy, where you breathe in fresh, clean, pure oxygen into the body. And when I heard about the oxygen therapy, my intuition said to me, well, if you're going to have oxygen therapy, because I had my assessment, they said yes. If you're going to have oxygen therapy on Wednesday, you may need to rest on Thursday. Do you see what I mean? So maybe your body or your higher self is saying, I need 2 months to get well. And then everything will fall into place, so to speak. That's because if you could tap into your spiritual intuition, it will give you an answer. So I was able to get past my anger at not working to understand that maybe I'm meant to get well first before I could actually go out there. Because sometimes you're going to get healing crisis. If you can imagine the body being filled with healthy oxygen, after we've got chemtrails and we've got toxins and water and food, everything is full, we're full of toxins, the body, whatever we're eating. If you start pouring pure oxygen into your body is going to say, oh my God, I don't recognize this. And so it might go into a little bit of a healing crisis. It's quite normal, I'd say, So anyway, that's how I came to terms with the fact that this job is not happening yet. Because I thought, well, maybe you'll need to rest the next day. You'll need to drink more water. You won't be in a space to get in your car and drive and do a job, basically. So I think that's what I'm trying to say to a lot of people out there, is if you can do what Kathleen is saying to you, if you can do the healing, do your own healing and go inside, you will get your answers. And the universe, there is a timing thing here with healing. Like people are saying, I'm not getting the abundance, or I'm not getting this. Maybe there's something you need to sort out first that is stopping you. Do you see what I mean? Is that so? We're on the same wavelength with that.
Right.
I would have thought.
Well, let me just say one thing, that they can they can go to my website and read about the Wednesday night clearing. They don't have to be connected to my website to participate in it. So
Okay.
I would definitely recommend that they go and they read about it first so that they know what they're getting into.
Okay.
And then another way to deal with that problem, and also it's in the same vein, like for instance, my marriage was so bad, and I just prayed to God that it would get better. And it got worse. So the next time I prayed to God, I said, I can only deduce that you want me out of this marriage.
Mm.
You're going to have to prepare a way because my husband's not going to like it if I ask him for a divorce. And I couldn't believe it. He bumped into this woman who, when they were in high school, she was a girl who was madly in love with him. And so he started an affair, and he asked me for a divorce.
Well, there you go.
So then I asked God, I said, okay, God, now you're going to have to take care of me and my children. Because I hadn't graduated from college. I'd gotten married before I graduated. So then I had to go back to college, and you know, everything was always taken care of. I mean, I could work, but I mean, it was always taken care of. So that's another way to do it. Say, okay, God, show me where you want me. Or I surrender my whole life to you. Get me where you want me to be. And then listen to in here. And the more you listen and the more you act upon it, the smoother things go. And oftentimes these gut feelings are absolutely ridiculous. Our left brain goes, what the heck? You want us to do that? Are you serious? But when you take those steps and you actually work out what this gut, what your inner knowing is telling you, everything magically works out.
Sounds amazing. Mm. Yeah, I've heard people talk about that. As I say, there's a lot of people, when you talk about God, how would you describe your belief? What is God to you?
God to me is so big, so massive, so multidimensional, we cannot possibly comprehend. So that's why, you know, we like I said before, we think about God. God is both feminine and masculine. So we think about God and goddess. They're all part of this one being. God the creator, one being. The Jewish religion has different names for different aspects of the same God. I believe in Jesus. I do not believe he was the only Son of God. As a matter of fact, the Dead Sea Scrolls that were written at the same time as the Gospels, he never claimed to be the only Son of God. No. I believe that he is the avatar of the Piscean Age, and I do believe in the second coming. I believe that he is coming, and he is coming very, very soon.
What does that mean?
Is
this what we're talking about, this ascension, where souls are going to ascend?
No, I don't believe that. I believe it's the ascension of our consciousness, the ascension of our DNA, where one path is going to go one way and the other path is going to go the other way.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but I believe that Jesus will physically walk this planet. Now, when I was a young Catholic student growing up, you know, they had in one of our readers, they showed Jesus coming back as a Catholic priest in the black tunic robes, cassock, I think.
Not with what's happening with the Catholic.
I thought, of all the things that he could come back as, this is not what he's going to come back at. So I don't know the date. I do not know what he's going to look like, or if it's a woman. I have no idea.
Okay.
Even the Bible says no one's going to know the exact day and time, but I do know it's close. I know it's going to happen, you know, on or shortly after 2020.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot going on. There's a lot happening, and you know, people are questioning a lot of things, and there's lots. You know, everything's shifting all over the place. We can feel that. I'm not going to go into my belief system because it's about what we're talking about here is about yourself and your healing. And do you want to? Just going to have a quick break because I need to do an advert.
Okay.
Quick advert.
Shouted from the rooftops that there is a service on our beautiful NHS that I'm so proud of, and we're all very proud to have. It's free, guys, and you know what, when I ask someone, do you know what a therapeutic community is, they'll go blank. Nobody knows it even exists. So I'm here to tell you that if you know anyone, one of your colleagues or your friends or your family or yourself, and they've given you that label, borderline personality disorder, be as lucky as I was and ask your doctor. They told me, because I wouldn't take medication. ask them, can I please try what Lauren tried? As
The thoughts I have of you, you're always on my mind. Circling round my brain, it happens all the time. I close my eyes and a vision will appear. Wish that you were next to me, but you're no longer here. Wish we were together.
More about me in my amazing chapter with interviews from Casey that is going in the book, www.simplyamazingbook.com. Invite me to talk, to sing about this incredible recovery and the therapeutic community that is free on the NHS.
The thoughts I have of you, you're always on my mind. Circling round my brain, it happens all the time. I close my eyes and a vision will appear. Wish that you were next to me, but you're no longer here. Wish we were together, not all alone. Wish we were together, not all alone. The anger you display, I really cannot take. Want to break the barriers that you and I would make. There'll always be a part of you down deep inside.
Back. So welcome to Moving On TV, and today I've got Kathleen Milner, and on the book show, Kathleen has released 6 books, is that right?
5 books, and I'm working on actually 6 and 7 at the same time.
Wow, you're working on the 6th and the 7th at the same time.
Right.
Okay. I tried to write one book. I wrote one book with my father before he died. We wrote it together, and but I've always meant to write another one about my life and my spirit and what's happening to me. But to actually write 2 books at the same time, or anyway, can you tell us a little bit about the books you've written, what they're called and what they're about?
Well, my first book was Reiki and Other Ways of Touch Healing, and it was basically about things that we've been talking about how I got to where I am, different things, different methods of healing, and there's more than Reiki, because when Takata, she changed the initiations before she came to the mainland of the United States. And what she did is, there's a symbol called Seihei-ki that most people are familiar with. She cut that in half. She cut it in half. And when she cut it in half, more than half of the energy was gone. It was almost like those initiations started bleeding out their healing energy. And I can prove it, because in the beginning, she was able to do all these incredible healings. And towards the end of her life, she wasn't doing any healings at all. Whereas for me, the healing energy just keeps getting stronger and stronger all the time.
Okay, so what's this book called that you're talking about?
Well, that's Reiki and Other Ways of Touch Healing, but that's before I knew about the double Seihei-ki. So I'm writing another one now, and it's called Awakening the Spirit Within, the ethereal cord between our heart chakra and our solar plexus. And I'll put in things about the double Seihei-ki and things that I've learned since I've written that. I wrote another book called Terra, My Journey Home, where I talk more about the elemental healing rays of earth, air, fire, and water. In Awakening the Spirit Within, I'll talk more about the 5th element, ether. The other book I'm working on right now is called After the Winding Sheet. And the winding sheet is the shroud that the body is wrapped up in. So it's like, what happens after death? What goes on? And it's a story. It's a novel. It follows 4 girls, their family history, and and all these people are dead, but somehow life goes on, and you don't think about death. When you're young, you don't think you're going to die. You think that's for somebody else. So,
okay. can I just stop you there? After the winding sheet, is that what it is you said? Okay, so is this a fiction?
Yes.
It's basically a novel that you're writing. So,
Right.
because if you're saying that you're talking about what happens after death, then you need to have had an experience. Explains it to you. So, do you feel that you know what happens after death?
I have had a near-death experience where I died. That was when I was 9 months old, and it must have, even though I don't remember that, it's something that stayed with me. I also had this inner knowing where this ball came into me, and I knew I had lived before, and it came in like a novel of this woman's life. I had just finished watching The 6 Lives of Henry VIII. It was an old PBS program. This was a long ways ago. This was like 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And no one liked Anne Boleyn. And the announcer said that nobody cried when she died. I didn't like Anne Boleyn. All of a sudden, I'm making my bed, minding my own business, and I get hit. It was like somebody punched me in the stomach. And there wasn't any pain, but like it was like a book was shoved into me. And I knew all about her life. I knew that she didn't want to marry Henry. Henry reminded her too much of her brother who had raped her when she was a young girl.
Right. So basically you're looking at it from the point of view of Anne Boleyn.
Anne Boleyn, yes. So
Yeah.
I know. I know that lifetime. I know, what death is. I know that what happens after death. And also
when you know, how do you know?
In here. In here. And this is what we've got to develop, is this in here.
Mm.
And I've seen spirit. One of my cats had to be put down, and I could see her soul rising up out of the top of her head.
Mm-hmm.
She stopped for a minute to thank me, and then she went on.
Mm-hmm.
I saw my horse. He had Abez when he was put down. I saw him after he died. I know that personality survives death. I've seen ghosts, and sometimes
yes. Is this all in the book? Are all these experiences going in the book?
Yes, all these are going into the new book. Different things that I've seen. I did talk about Anne Boleyn in my other books. I did write 2 novels, but unfortunately, the people that I had edit them, they did a terrible job of proofreading. Absolutely terrible. They're an embarrassment. So what one was Richard III, White Boar, and the other one was Between the Worlds, about Henry and Anne. But again, I don't know where these people's heads were. I think they got, and they're supposed to be professional proofreaders.
Right.
And they're embarrassments. So I thought I would like to write a book and do it right, have somebody, proofread it. Because back then when I was writing, I couldn't proofread my own material. And now I'm getting better at doing it, so I can do it. I can hand it off to somebody else who can even further comb through it. But I mean, they're embarrassing. So that's why I'm doing another short novel, so it can be done right.
Okay, because you did mention, so one of these experiences was when you saw a ghost when you were in the UK.
I did. I did.
You want to tell us about that?
Sometimes I see spirit or ghosts with my physical eyes. And my friend Corinna Hall and I, we had just gone to Kensington Castle to see Princess Di's dress display that was up at the time. And as we're coming back, she said, "Do you mind if we stop at my brother's house?" And of course not. So we stopped at her brother's, and they answered the door. They were really glad to see us both. And she had told me before we got there that her sister-in-law had several miscarriages before she finally gave birth to the twins. So there is a girl sitting on the steps. So I'm assuming this is one of the twins. And she looks at me, and all of a sudden, her eyes light up, and she smiles back at me. I'm talking to these people. 2 more girls come down. So I realized that after she had the twins, she probably had this other daughter, right? So we're all talking, everything's going fine. And at the end of the night, I'm saying goodbye to everyone. I said goodbye to the twins. And I said, I realized, I said, where's your other daughter? And they said, what other daughter?
Oh, God.
And I hadn't been asked to do a reading. I don't like imposing myself on people. So on the way home, I told Corinna, I said, I think that the girl that I saw on the steps, the first girl, I think that this was the spirit of one of the miscarriages that your sister-in-law had. And Corinna said, well, she should have been older. And I explained, well, when a newborn dies or when there's a miscarriage or an abortion, that soul that's been traveling with the mother has a choice. They can stay with the family in spirit and grow. They can hang around and wait for the mother to get pregnant again, or they can go off and find, another mother, or they can return to heaven's light. And this girl obviously decided, she needed to stay as a young girl. That was her choice. The aging does not happen in the spiritual realms like it does on the physical plane. So sometimes you can see ghosts and you don't even know that you're seeing them.
Sure. I mean, I lost a sibling. I lost my brother in the womb, and it took me a long time to know this. It's a long story, and it's part of my own recovery, a lot of my codependency. But I realized that I had a sibling, definitely had a brother, and he died when we were still fetuses. And yet, I've had a lot of grief around it, and it did affect my life in a big way. Again, I'm not going to go into too much of that, but I do know, how these things can happen as well. And I think he just went back. I'm not sure, he could have reincarnated as the friend who helped me figure it all out, because we're very close. And when she went away, so this is really, really exciting and fascinating. So if people want to get your books, where are they available?
Amazon.com.
Okay. So they can find your books. Again, could you just tell us each name of each book separately? So
Okay.
There's a quick summary of each book.
There's Reiki and Other Rays of Touch Healing, which lays the foundation for Terramai Reiki, where it came from, how it came about, different, hands-on healing techniques, how to use symbols. Terramai Journey Home talks about all 4 elements, earth, air, fire, and water, and the healing element component that is within each of these energies. And also talks about a lifetime that I had as Rembrandt's daughter. Not Rembrandt, but Rembrandt's daughter, illegitimate daughter, but a lifetime to lead in the 16th century as your legitimate child. But anyway, becoming a shaman, it's never too late to be who you might have been. Goes through the shamanic class that I teach, and there are exercises in there that people can do. The novels are Between Two Worlds, the story of Henry VIII and Anne Boleyn, and Richard III, White Boar. But again, the proofreader fell off the wagon. I don't know what happened, or she got on the wagon. I don't know, but they are truly embarrassments, so I wouldn't recommend those. And then the ones I'm working on now are the novel After the Winding Sheet, and to expand upon tuning into our healing energies and our own spiritual force within us, awakening the spirit within, the ethereal cord between our heart chakra and solar plexus. And then I've written 3 completed feature scripts, Angels and Shadows, Flawed, and After the Winding Sheet.
That's lovely. Thank you so much, Kathleen. So we've now heard a lot about the different books that you could purchase. We also know about the Wednesday meditation, which I'm just going to add on here because this was we recorded for a different program. But basically every Wednesday you can tune into Kathleen's website. I will put the link, and you can tune in and connect to healers from all over the world every Wednesday at 8 p.m. It doesn't matter what country you're in, it will fit. And that way you can be part of a massive connection of healers that are sending out healing to our planet and healing to each other, but most of all to heal yourself from within. So just before we go, Kathleen, is there anything you would like to pass on to our viewers that you feel is really important for them to know?
Well, let me just say that if anybody wants a private session with me, they can contact me at kathleen.milner@earthlink.net, and we can arrange a time and a day for you to call. If you send me a list of times and days. If you want a reading, all I want to know is the question. I don't want all this background information. It gets in the way. It muddies my brain.
So you do readings as well?
I do.
Medium readings. Okay, so people can contact you. Thank you for that. People can contact you and have the healing either physical if they're near you, or by Skype, I presume, or like, you know, by Zoom. So people can get healing from all over the world, distant healing from you.
Right.
They can get a reading. Is that right?
Right.
Okay, and just a question, because moving on TV is for people, a lot of people out there that don't have a lot of money. I try to make sure that, you know, I always ask these questions because a lot of people that are going through a lot, they don't have a lot. Do you do any kind of swap or bartering, or do you do concessions for people? How does it work?
I do it on a donations are accepted basis. So people who can't afford anything at all can simply go to a church, light a candle, and pray for me. People who can give more, I mean, the most I got was $10,000 from a man who got his back healed. So the common donation is $100 to $250, but really, I mean, I do it on a donations are accepted basis, you know, so that people who really are down and out, who have this temporary cash flow, I think it would be very, very sad to say I could not afford a healing. I mean,
so would they do something like, you know, as I said, you would do some kind of swap or bartering with them, so that way they can have the healing?
They could, accept that, you know, oftentimes people live in other countries, so that swapping isn't you know, easy. So they can make a minimum donation through PayPal.
Right. What's the least donation that you would accept from someone?
I would accept any. I do it on a donations are accepted. Whatever people feel that the healing was worth and what they could afford, you know, that's what they should give.
Yeah, because do you feel that when people do that, do you feel that then when you work with them, they can actually improve their financial situation?
Right. We work on blockages to get the blockages out of the way, because there are demonic forces. They really exist, and they're trying to stop us.
Yeah, we can see them.
They're trying to stop us. They're trying to, you know, stop abundance from coming to us, because that's our energy. And so, yes, these blockages can be cleared. I also have a Facebook page called Terramai Healing Network DC, as in Washington, DC. And they can look on that, and if they click on my photo and my name at the top, there's a whole list of healing, clearing videos that I've recorded, and people are being cleared and healed through those.
Just by watching the videos?
Just by tuning in. I think becoming a little bit active, because the people who are really active, you know, are releasing their anger, their fear, their sorrows. They're letting this stuff come up. They're letting these mental torture chambers go. They're giving it to the angels.
Can you spell the Facebook page?
Okay, it's TERAMAI Healing Network DC/Facebook.
Okay. So if people put that into Facebook, they'll be able to find you that way. Because as I said, there's a lot of people out there that can't get money to flow, you know, and they just don't know what to do, and they're struggling so much. And it would be nice to know that they can get out of that some way, because a lot of people, unfortunately, a lot of healing is expensive. And, you know, a lot of these things are expensive, so people can't. But that's what I try to do moving on TV, is to pass on the message to everyone, particularly to people that don't have much. So I think it's very important to do that. Well, thank you so much, Kathleen. That's wonderful. I'm really glad to be able to pass on this message. And I hope that you have a beautiful rest of the day. As here it's getting closer and closer tonight here in the UK. And hopefully we'll get a lot of people joining you on the Wednesday meditation, connecting and helping making the planet a better place.
Right, and it's free. What better thing can you ask for? It's free. You can do
wonderful
whatever you want.
And hopefully some people will be able to get your books. So thank you so much. And I look forward to speaking to you soon. So take care. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on Moving On TV. And obviously, if you have a story or a unique story or a book that you're releasing or anything, then please contact me at Lauren, Laurene, at movingontv.uk. And we'll get you on here and help you get your story, your uniqueness out there. So take care now. Have a beautiful day. Namaste. Bye.